Is this Paris? Yeah, it is. It's Paris. This looks like Paris. 1966. So this is after the second war. What? This is in the future. Did Tanya get a retirement package? You know it's Paris because there's berets and wine everywhere. I love how the scientists actually made it. It's so realistic. The scientists during World War II actually made it. They could just switch sides. Their knowledge was too valuable. Even people that were in charge of illegal experimentations throughout Japan and Germany were actually giving clemency for their atrocities because they had valuable knowledge. How fucked up is that? The people conducting the experiments on other people, torturing them to death, were not punished because, well, science. Counterintelligence is very powerful. One of my favorite things is if it's going too well, it's a trap. So Tanya has the ability to do all this OP shit, and the only thing that's stopping her from doing it is pride. This entire world is getting moved to shit, burnt to the ground, just to teach Tanya a lesson. I mean, who's the bigger egotist here, Tanya or God? Oh, shit. I thought something had happened, but this is like a little bit of a time skip. Ha! You're getting shipped off to Russia. Welcome to Russia. Hope you brought some winter clothes. So, plot twist. They're trying to get Tanya killed, so they keep giving Tanya suicide missions, but Tanya just keeps coming back and bringing food. They're just like, what the literal fuck? You're getting fucking shipped again. Almost makes you wish like you came home late. Imagine they all packed, skipped sleeping, skipped partying just so they could go home, and they get shipped off again. Fuck. Yeah, they're getting fucking shipped off to Russia. Northeast, that's fucking Russia. Wait, are they about to instigate Operation Barbarossa? Oh my god. This is gonna be fun. I mean, I love the spirit, but knowing what actually happened. Anyway, sorry, thank you for telling me. See, they're laughing about the temperature now, but what they don't realize is that people living in this land have been living in this almost Arctic environment for generations, and they're somewhat used to it. Meanwhile, the winter where they're from is not nearly as bad. Not nearly as bad. Their bodies are simply not conditioned for the cold. Furthermore, their armaments are not conditioned for it either. The fuel in the tanks is gonna freeze. But anyway, you know what? You do you. She's aware of history, so she has a small advantage tactically. You know what would be hilarious? Tanya's helping with the briefing for Operation Barbarossa. And Tanya's like, whatever you do, don't attack Stalingrad, or the equivalent of Stalingrad in this anime. And the guy in charge is like, what's Stalingrad? He's like, Stalingrad, the city named after the country's ruler, the one that's his pride and joy. He's like, okay, we're attacking Stalingrad. No, don't do that! Tanya inadvertently causes the very thing that causes Germany to lose the war, but trying to prevent it. How fucked up would that be? Time paradox! You know what Russians actually did? They were testing low altitude drops out of an airplane with no parachute. Their theory was that if the altitude is low enough and the ground is thick snow, you could just jump down without a parachute. They scrapped it shortly after. I wonder why. Could you imagine being the first few guys? Yeah! Ah, you think winter is your ally? You merely adopted the cold. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the sun until I was already a man. By then, it was nothing to me but blinding. Typical Russians. So Russians have this thing, and I do not recommend it because heart attacks are a thing. So you go in a sauna, and you all know what a sauna is, right? It's a wooden room, typically, with like the wooden benches, and they just get steam, a fuck ton of steam, and you sweat like shit. Well, Russians take it to the next level. You sit in the sauna, you're basically like in your underwear, in some cases naked. You're sweaty from the steam that's like 50, 60 degrees. You're cooking, right? And then you run out of the sauna, run outside, and jump into the snow. Now, it's an experience that could also give you a heart attack. If they open fire. They just did. Where's the boom? It's not their family jewels, it's our family jewels. Communism and all that. I mean, the fact that majors are a thing is a huge fuck up in any war plan. Because it's just fucked up. It's the firepower of a goddamn jet aircraft with the mobility and nimbleness of a human. It's messed up. It's like bringing a 22nd century weapon into World War One. Lies. Hmm. You know, that is technically not historically inaccurate because at the time of Operation Barbarossa, Russia's technology and weaponry was far behind the German technology, particularly when it came to guns, tanks, and all these other things. So, what ended up happening when Germany attacked was that they got very lucky that they hit Stalingrad because Stalingrad turned into a, well, let's just call it bottleneck. And all that Russia had to do, or the Soviet Union at that point, was throw just enough troops to keep the Germans busy, but not enough troops for them to justify calling in reinforcements. So, what Stalingrad literally turned into was the Soviet Union throwing waves and waves of soldiers to get killed to stall the Germans. To the point that groups of two men were sharing one rifle. Like, they'll give the first guy the rifle, the second guy just has some ammo. And it's like, well, when he dies, you pick it up. And that kept going on for months. And during that time, Russia was redeveloping their armaments, their tanks, all of that. And then when it came time to unleash them, that's when Germany just got pushed back and basically fucked. Because in that stalling and delaying tactic, they re-outfitted the entire military. And so when they struck back, it was unexpected because Germany thought the entire time that they were hanging on by a thread, that they would fall any day now. So when they attacked, it was just this overwhelming wave of weapons and people. And I'm not just talking about soldiers, civilians were in it too. They basically saw what the situation was. Like, Nazi Germany was indiscriminately killing everybody. So it was basically, well, you got a choice. Die or fight. And so they did. Including women. Lots and lots of women. Yeah. And they were sometimes deadlier than men. In a lot of times, especially when their kids died. Imagine a pissed off woman that lost her husband and kids to a bunch of German people. And they're like, well, do you want to get your revenge? And she's like, fuck yes. It's like, here's a rifle. They made some of the best snipers in World War II. Yeah. Russians had so many female soldiers. It's not even funny. And what I find nuts is that history doesn't actually highlight that fact. I don't know why, but it was just for the time revolutionary. The women were fighting on the front lines alongside the men and sometimes outperforming the men. And for some reason, you never hear about it. What's going on? What's up with that? I think they just fear Slavic women. I think they actually fear that Slavic women are scarier than the men. I mean, they're making so much fun about burning the capital, but don't they realize that the capital was evacuated when Napoleon attacked? They just evacuated the capital. They're like, oh, you want to burn the capital? Go for it. We're just going to go deeper and deeper into Siberia. Come and get us. Like, Mother Russia will fuck you up. There's a reason why they call it Mother Russia. The land is unconquerable. The land is savage. The land will kill you. It is the mother of the Soviet Union, of the Russian people. It's the land. It is so difficult to survive that it naturally protects from invasion. Why are you bending it? You're gonna find this funny. NASA spent more than $10 million trying to develop a pen that works in space. Countless hours of research, experimentation, vacuum, zero gravity, all that shit. And they're like, let's see what the Soviets are up to. The Soviets just used a pencil. Yes, and then the graphite broke off and caused short circuits in the Russians' hardware. The Soviets made the switch soon after. True. Hey, but it's still funny. Hey, Garrett. It's still funny. Moskva. Moskva. Really? Oh, she's Russian. Is she? Capital of Federation, Moskva. Moscow Station. So, you call it Moscow, but you called it Moskva. So which one's the mistake? Oh my god, this guy looks like Hitler. What the hell? He's just missing the mustache. How is this a military regulation haircut? But anyway. Jesus, there was so much smoking. That's fucked. And that is the danger of making yourself a big bad wolf. Everyone just teams up against you. Wait, so they... Is it because they don't want anyone that can take over the government, or like what's the go? What in the hell? House of the People's Party. You know what's funny? The more democratic the name of the country, the less democratic it is. The People's Democratically Elected Republic. You know some shady shit's going on. Comrade Secretary General Yosef. Do you notice? He's got the same mustache problem that I... You see the little gap that he has? I had the same problem. I was growing a mustache, and I call it the reverse Hitler, because there's a little gap there. It's like the Slavic blood is like, you cannot be Hitler. It's like, no. Whatever happens, you can't be Hitler. It's like a genetic thing. It's like everyone with that mustache got killed or something. Yosef. The funny thing about Stalin was that he wasn't actually Russian. He was Georgian. And he was a choir boy while he was growing up. So, here's the funny part. Germany's most famous German is not actually German. He was Austrian. And Russia's most famous Russian is not Russian. He's actually Georgian. I mean, what the fuck? No wonder they didn't care about killing their own people. They weren't killing their own people. Oh, what the hell is this? Revolvers and Winchesters? What fucking Soviet would use these? This is American. Why would a Russian be using American arms? Who are you supposed to be? Are you fucking... What's his name? Come on, I know the name. The guy that had like the birthmark on his head. You see this guy? What's it called? Fucking... He's not Boris Yeltsin. That was the drunk. Come on, I know his name. I forgot his name. But you know the one I'm talking about. Gorbachev. Moskva meeting room. Why are there telephones sitting up here? Because they're out of reach. Like, if you stood up, you could not reach that telephone. Why are there telephones on display? I'm so confused. And why are there American weapons on the wall? I am so confused. I understand this one. That's probably Lenin. But, like, what's going on here? Like, what? Confused by art. I'm not confused by art. I'm confused by why this art is here. Why are you hailing Hitler? Comrade Loria. I mean, I could have sworn this would be Gorbachev. Comrade Secretary General Yos. Oh, I was always wondering when we're going to see Stalin. Wait, was this the guy that was in charge of the KGB at the time? Because the guy that was in charge of the KGB at the time had thick glasses like this. I don't remember if he had a birthmark, but it could be. Oh yeah, he's giving me KGB vibes. How much you want to bet that water was poisoned? Oh yeah, Stalin loved his pipe. Oh yeah, he's so KGB. Oh yeah, he's fucked. Oh yeah, he fucked. And there's the statue. Yeah, it's the Lenin statue. I have to go to. I haven't been to Russia, by the way. I want to visit. It'd be awesome. Oh God, I do not want to know what he's gonna do to that woman. Yeah, that's what you fucking get for sending your own mages to a fucking camp. The other mage's gonna fuck you up. Ah, statue of Saint George. Stalin's not having a good day. Huh? Who's she trying to be? Sarah's Victoria? Oof. Where are they shooting? That's the problem when you have troops that are defending that haven't actually been on the front lines. They haven't used the weaponry they have. They don't know how to use it. It's pretty fucked. Oh, the eyes. She wants to kill. I wonder how this could happen and what could have possibly been done to prevent it. No one will ever know. No one could have possibly foreseen this. They're videotaping it. They're recreating the famous photos from World War II. Nani? Oh, you fucking pedo. Ugh. Oh, that aim. Imagine the aim you would need to do this. Two flying targets. You're flying, they're flying, hit the moving target. Fuck me. It's like World War II Quidditch. And I still have to ask, why did they have bayonets? Oof. Oh shit, she's got good vision. Oh! Oh! What? Oof. What the fuck? That aim on full auto. This is the part where you reload. How did she survive that? Oh shit. Oh shit. Think of the propaganda. No. I mean, are you gonna say they shouldn't have done it? I mean, imagine the paperwork on that one. And then we sang the national anthem, and then we put the flag, and then we recreated some awesome photos, and then what pisses me off about these guys is they're already planning to get peace. No one's actually fighting the war to win. They're just fighting to get peace. Like, what the fuck? I mean, all she has to do to get out of it is say harder daddy. What the fuck? A soldier getting sashimi? Holy shit! A fucking soldier getting sashimi? What the fuck? I doubt this is out of a can. Look, it's on a plate. This is out of a can, but this is on a plate. She's my spirit animal. She's just eating. Oh yeah, your wine. I'm hungry. Never have fruit punch or any fruit crap on a hot day when the sun's out. You're just asking for a bad time. Especially if you're going on an airplane later that day. God damn it. And especially if that airplane is over Serbia, where it stinks like smoke. Jesus Christ. Hmm. The sheer irony. Tanya went from just firing people like their numbers in an Excel spreadsheet to actually having the hearts and mind of an entire battalion. I mean, you could argue that she learned absolutely nothing, or, oh no, we're gonna get Thingo. Ah! I'm sorry, but every time I see that opening and I see that hair, I think of ACDC. I, I just can't. Oof. So Kuma, here's a scary thought. Tanya, but with General Armstrong as a commanding officer. Fuck, they'd win the war by the end of the week. Oh yeah. They're either setting up an epic finale or a season 2. Oof. Wow, well played. They never saw it coming. Ooh, armored division. What is this? Osgiliath? Oof. No. Yeah, we can just imagine what happened. Lots and lots of death. Tanya's like Freezer. Tiny. My god, Tanya's gonna get so much brownie points. This is exactly what actually happened to Germany during World War II. Reports were highly fluffed, especially during the invasion of Europe by the Allies. Hitler kept getting told that things were going well, that they were pushing back the Allies, they were securing strategic positions. Meanwhile, they were fucking out of fuel, out of munitions, out of food, and getting their butts kicked. Oh yeah, without food, they couldn't get their airplanes in the sky. So they were just getting fucking bombed. But no, everything was going well. Because everyone at HQ was a careerist. They were too busy kissing everyone's asses to actually report the problems. Because no one likes to be the messenger of bad news. Fuck's sake. Hey, Hachan. We're just talking about war. No, not fuck's sake. Like, I wasn't talking about you. Okay, you want the other screen. Okay, bring me that sushi goodness. And now, could you please give me some coffee?
No.
Please. Koke. Onegai. Arigato. Thank you for the beef sushi. Thank you.
Are you going to be nice to me?
Yeah, I will be nice to you. You're feeding me after all. I swear and Hachan opens the door. What were the odds? At least I got sushi. Winning. I'm going to take a quick little photo. But seriously, World War II was a mess. I mean, I don't know what was worse. The fact that Hitler was a drug addict and had no idea what the fuck he was doing, or the fact that everyone kept lying to him and telling him that everything that was happening was going well. You had a bunch of spineless yes men in the HQ. It was, I don't know. I don't know whether I should be facepalming or being grateful. I don't know anymore. I mean, I would just put this guy on the front line and be like, sure, you can have all the men. You lead them on the front line. Have fun with that. Damn. Ah, Hacha brought me coffee. Thank you. Don't worry, they can't see you. Thank you for the coffee. Very much appreciated.
Chiki and Ninja.
Yeah.
She's okay, but Chiki goes Rawr. Ninja came in, by the way.
Well, like, Chicky's just protecting the house.
Yeah.
She's like, get that bitch out of my
Ninja
home.
went straight to our bedroom.
She's like, I'm gonna go over. Oh my god. Okay, you're gonna find this funny. My cousins, they have a dog that's just like Cheeky. Except instead of being Maltese Pomeranian, she's Maltese Shih Tzu, I think. Or Maltese Poodle. Her hair's curly. And she's black, whereas Cheeky's white. So they're like polar opposites. But they're both girls, and they're both 5.5 years old. So they're like, you know, like cousins. They're like polar opposites. And so Ninja was downstairs barking like crazy. And then Cheeky heard the barking, and then she started barking. I'm like, all right, I'm going to put an end to this. I picked up Cheeky, and I went down there for her to meet Ninja. And then Ninja was like, "Arr," and then Cheeky's like, "Rah." I'm like, calm your tits, women. And so I picked them up next to each other, and they were literally face to face, right? And they were like looking at each other. Yeah, it's cool. Put them down. Rah. I'm like, God damn it. As soon as you pick them up next to each other, they're fine. If there's a fence in between them or something, they're arguing. And so apparently Hutchin brought Ninja inside, and Cheeky lost the shit, and then Ninja went straight for the bedroom where Cheeky sleeps. It's just like, my God. Oh, God. Dogs are just a thing. You would think two girls would get along. Nope. Sorry, I missed it. I was too busy talking about a dog to worry about the Zerg swarm that is coming to attack the Empire. Marco has a bulldog Shih Tzu mixed breed. I called BS when he told me, and he said, yes, that's what they called. Bulldog Shih Tzu. Jiki must behave when carried. I think it's when the two dogs are next to each other, they're not aggressive. But when they're not physically next to each other, they're aggressive. I think it's all bark and no bite. Because I doubt that they would actually attack each other. I think it's just kind of like a territorial thing. Because all these little dogs are actually bred to be loud. Because the function of the little dogs is to wake up the big dogs. The big dogs that actually bite you don't really bark as much. But the little dogs bark a lot. So their job is to actually wake up the big dogs when there is a break-in or there is attack or something. And then the big dogs actually do the work. The little dogs are just like sentries. They just sound the alarm. You know, these golden eyes remind me of Lupus from Overlord. Lupus Regina? Like the golden eyes? Yeah. It's like that video on YouTube, bunch of dogs barking and yapping at each other through a gate. When the gate starts to slowly open and they continue barking while following the gate. As soon as the gate is fully open, they stop. Yeah, basically. It's all bark and no bite. Why don't they just like rig a train with explosives and just drive it into the city? They can blow it up, in which case the rail line's fucked, or they can let it in which case Allah Akbar. I mean, that's one of the first things the Allies did when they started bombing the crap out of Europe when they were about to invade. They took out a lot of the rail lines and the roads, stopping the Germans from resupplying. And then they ran out of fuel and their armored divisions were basically fucked. I mean, I know they want to keep it because they want to use it as a railway line, but like, I don't know. Wow, he really wants Tanya. My mom has a little white dog who looks a lot like Cheeky, and I have a little black Shih Tzu. So when you told that story, all I could think of was them. My dog couldn't argue with anything though. He's just the stupidest version of a rug. Cheeky actually is a bit of a rug. We have this mat, you know those Japanese mats, because a lot of people like to sit on the floor. It's basically like not wolf skin. It's sheep fur, and it's pretty much white. If Cheeky was to sit on that, she disappears. I have photos of Cheeky sitting on it. If you take a photo from the side, you could see that there's Cheeky obviously sitting on it. If you take a photo from the top, Cheeky perfectly camouflages with it because the color is nearly identical. Cheeky would make an amazing sheepdog. I reckon if I took Cheeky to a sheep farm, she would be like, "Are you my mother? Are you my cousin?" It's fucked. Oh, god damn it. Wait, how does Tanya know about that person? Tanya never saw that person. Tanya never saw that person. How does Tanya know about him? That's a sexy gun. Had two Rottweilers growing up, so can't say I relate to them disappearing. Pretty hard to not see a 50-kilogram dog, but I see them clothesline my dad with their leash once. Oh yeah, they're not just like heavy dogs, they're muscly dogs. They're just like fucking muscle. They're just staunched, you know, they're like, "Rrr." I'm like, holy fuck. Rottweilers are just bags of muscle, that's it. They're more muscle than dog. Oh yeah, they're tough as shit. They're bred to be tough. Very aggressive too. The disadvantage of dogs is that the dogs can't differentiate what is part of your body and what is not. So if you have something like a thick stick or something, you can actually trick the dog into biting the stick. My car drove by while he was walking them. Dog bolted and the leash pulled out his feet from behind him. Jesus. So you hate commies, but you call your men comrades. Wait, so you want to talk about a violation of rights, but you were the one that snuck into their backyard. Tanya, you're the pot calling the kettle black. You racist. That's a lie. Tanya is the biggest fucking hypocrite. She doesn't care about freedom in general. She cares about her freedom. She doesn't care about opportunity in general. She cares about her opportunity. Tanya would fucking kill someone for a Snickers bar. Oh, so now it's you, our country. You're sounding like a commie there. Our country, comrade. I'm sorry, that sounded like the biggest communist speech I ever heard. Rottweilers are just tsundere of dogs. They are loud, strong, and aggressive to strangers at first, but when they know someone, they literally melt as soon as you pet their head. Oh yeah, a lot of dogs are like that. I mean, the bigger the dog, the bigger the baby. Like, dogs are just big babies. All of them. All of them. They all love to cuddle. I don't care how big the fucking dog is. They love to cuddle. You pat them, scratch them behind the ears, give them a belly rub. They love it. Maybe at first they're like, oh, I don't like this. But after a little while, they're like, come on, pat me. Come on, you know you want to pat me. Dogs are basically a smart child. I'm sorry, I've met some dogs that are smarter than grown-up people. Don't underestimate dogs, that's all I'm saying. I've got dozens of stories of Cheeky being clever. Remember that time I told you that I was just chilling in my bedroom and Cheeky just started barking in the living room. And so I'm like, shut up, Cheeky. And so I go to the living room, what's going on? She goes to the kitchen and starts barking. I'm like, fuck, did someone break in? As soon as I get in the kitchen and I'm looking around, Cheeky's gone. I start walking back to my room and I see Cheeky sneaking out carrying my sock. I'm like, Cheeky! And she just drops the sock and keeps walking. She fucking lured me all the way into the kitchen, which is the furthest point away from the bedroom, so she could sneak into my bedroom to get my socks. This is when she was a baby. And then she started putting her toy. You know how the door basically has that like little thing where it closes on the end? She basically put her toy on the door frame so the door can't actually close. And then she could just push it open with her head. Dogs are smart, man. Tanya infiltrates enemy capital and humiliates enemy. Also, Tanya, why would they do this? One of my roadies was so smart, the other was a certified idiot. And the funny thing is, at times, I swear the smart one felt the same. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My cousin's got a, what's he called? Not Kelpie. I forgot. He's, I forget what he is, but he's a big dog. Not Rottweiler. He's not a pit bull. They have a German one and they have a British one. But anyway, he's a big dog. And a lot of them can be sort of used as guard dogs and things like that. And the first time I met him, I was basically walking up to the front door. And my cousin was looking at me. And I was walking and I was stepping on gravel and all this sort of stuff. And he did not even notice me. And so at that point, I get to the front door. The door's already open. I'm knocking. And then the dog sees me. And he's like, woo, woo, woo. I'm like, mate, too fucking late. I'm already inside. You didn't spot shit. Like, completely oblivious. Oh. Doberman? No, it's not that one. German Shepherd? No. Oof. Imagine being part of this shit. Slav as fuck. Oh yeah. Those shovels are deadly. Stalingrad was worse. The fucked part is, the closer you get to your enemy, the less likely they are to keep shooting because you can hit your own men. So you're incentivized to get as close to the enemy as possible, and once you're in urban warfare, the enemy's not going to call in artillery or airstrikes because they'll hit their own people. It's basically the strategy of fighting as close as possible to the enemy. But what the enemy could actually keep doing is rotating their waves and stopping the defenders from actually getting any rest or sleep. Eventually, they'll just be exhausted. the aim would go off and they would just be fucked. Like, you can literally do that. You literally stop them from sleeping. Just keep bombarding them. Eventually, you wear them down. Ooh, pineapple grenades. That is such an old school pineapple one. Here come the flares. Wait a minute, they're using my strategy. Son of bitch. I love that. Nah, they just grow them at modern day universities. I mean, the Yugoslavs had this sort of thing. They just riddled the entire woods with, like, mines, and people just wouldn't dare go in there. The problem was, the war ended. And now we have woodlands filled with mines. Fuck. They don't. Welcome to hell. Here come the mages! Oh. Oh, you can't do both! You get to pick. You want to be fucked by mages, aircraft, or bayonets? Oh, shit! I mean, they have the advantage. It really depends on the composition of the aircraft. Because typically they would have a bomber which is escorted by a fighter plane or multiple fighter planes. If they don't have a lot of fighter planes, the bombers are actually useless in aerial combat. So they're very easy to take down. And depending on their formation and altitude, you might have a really easy time taking them out. Because even if you miss the shot on one of them, you could hit one behind them. They had Polikarpov I-16s for their Air Force, but the T-26 tanks, the I-16s only entered service in 1935. So it's at least that. But the T-26 was replaced by the T-28 in service by 1933 and were the main tank used by the USSR until 1940s when the T-34 came out, which was the one that actually had the fuel on the outside. And which was the one that the Russians were trying to teach their dogs to basically suicide bomb? Yeah, they basically strap explosives to their dogs, and the dog goes under the tank and blows it up. And then when they try to deploy it, the dog went under their own tanks because that's what they were trained to do. IL-4s only had 2 engines. Those bombers had 4, so not sure. See, this is where most people would start praying. Oh, shit. Hot-headed as always. Oh, she pissed. Oh, yeah, she pissed. You just got flanked. She's got her daddy's ski things. What in the literal fuck? The girl's a walking nuke. I wonder what her reload time is. Oh. Yeah, they're the fighters. The fighters are the distraction. Woof. Jesus. Man, the girl has totally tapped into the dark side. He fucked. Wouldn't you have trouble breathing at that altitude? Oh! Watch, a bomb's gonna make it through. Is the bomb gonna make it through? Like a single bomb that they're gonna have to hit while it's falling or something? At least crash at the target. Well, the fighter planes did their job. They were only escorts. Though technically I would have kept them in to keep fighting the mages. Because they'll break through the line. Damn, Jesus Christ. Imagine having a firefight like that. Jesus. Oh, they're going melee. I love how psychopathic Tanya is. You killed my father! But what did I do to you personally? It's like, are you fucking joking? Tanya, you're such a psychopath. Say the magic words, Getsuga Tensho. Is Tanya finally becoming self-aware? That fucking shield. Crazy idea. Tanya could have just guided her on top of all those Zerg rushes, right? And all these shots would be killing the other soldiers. I mean, there'd be a lot of potential stray bullets, but each time she shot, she'd be killing more soldiers on her side. But you wouldn't have all the cover that you have here. Oh, you're collapsing the building on her. Move, you fool! What if he rejects her? Woof. Whose faith is stronger? I keep expecting being X to just abandon Tanya at some point. But it never seems to happen. That's all it would take. That's literally all it would take. Or maybe being X is just using everyone else to teach Tanya the lesson that she needs him. Oh, yeah. The irony of Tanya calling someone a monster. Ooh, that's broken. Like a rag doll. That's a broken arm. Don't play around, just stab. It doesn't have to be personal. Punch the neck! The neck! The neck! Lift the head and bang it. Get like one of the broken cinder blocks and just, you know. Yeah, now it's just about revenge. What, you get a crucifier? Oh, okay. Yeah, she's gonna get stabbed. She's gonna get stabbed. And dead. Why'd you let your eyes off the enemy? The literal cardinal rule. Sidearm? Oof. Fucking cardinal rule. And now she's gonna fall on the knife. Where'd the knife go? How is she gonna survive that? She got shot in the fucking chest. And multiple other times. Yeah, you're gonna have a swollen face in the morning. By what miracle is she alive? Apparently, blood loss is not a thing in this anime. Neither is oxygen in high altitudes. Especially in Stalingrad. Ten days after the battle. This is definitely a season 2, you know, hype fest. Because if there is a season 2, 100% she's going to be the number one, rival. Resignation? Oh. They're basically asking what the fuck happened. Like, what'd you do? The fact that Tanya can even move that arm. What's this? The usage and operational maneuvers in the current war. This guy's more Stalin than Stalin. What's going on? Until someone develops a nuke, that is. But as a boxer, you must understand that you focus so much on your fists that you don't know what's happening with your legs. Julius Caesar. So much for an easy life. You gonna go see AC/DC? Or you gonna do the thing from the closing? This is terrifying. Oh, World War II outfits. Your buttstock's sticking out. You have to admit, the music and the visuals are just... They just fit. And we just started lagging. What the hell? But that was only momentary. 4,865 frames. 2 months later. Oh god. Oh boy. Wait, is your whole unit there? What the hell? She got a royal flush, didn't she? She's like a goddess of luck or something. Desk work is so fucking boring. Oh god. And now I feel like doing that. Desk work is just another form of slavery. Oh my god, I say the same thing at work. Tanya, the hell? Oh no. Oh god.
Do you want more meat sushi?
Sorry?
Do you want more meat sushi?
Yes, please. I'll come in like 5 minutes.
So I'll leave it there.
Yes, thank you.
Mayo in it?
Yes, please. There's a saying. Never interrupt the enemy when they're tying the noose around their neck. I mean, Tanya thinks she's top bitch, but you don't get to be in charge of strategic HQ without being the top bitch. I mean, Tanya's a bitch. He's the bitch. Wait, what? What was that? Ace, Joker, Ace. What the fuck bullshit is this? So you mean to tell me Tanya literally got the SS unit? An independent armed division, an independent artillery division, independent infantry, and also experimental units. That's practically the SS. Tanya's literally in charge of the SS. Literally, everyone in this unit's gonna be a fucking sociopath. They're gonna fucking do everything Tanya says, including war crimes. They're not gonna give a fuck. Jesus Christ. Wow, and this is the actual ending. Like, the other one was just a smoke screen. Oh my god, Tanya. When's season 2 coming out? That is the big question. When is season 2 coming out? I think that's what I want to know and everyone else. Do we have a date? No idea. Has it been confirmed? Possibly 2022. When you say 2022, that's literally next month. Like, let's be real here. 2022 is like 3 weeks away. So that doesn't narrow it down. That's like, it is releasing in the future. Oh, okay. Thank you. It's not releasing in the past. Thanks for confirming that. Like, that's basically what you're telling me.
Hey, did I hand you a shrinking potion by accident? I could have sworn that was the gender swapping one.
Don't be hating. She's fun size, that's all. She doesn't even have to get on her knees to blow.
You want to add anything to that conversation?
Nope, I'm good. In fact, I think your new size makes you an even more formidable and stealthy ninja.